Hello, my friends. This is Annette of AnnetteLeonard.com, back again with another moment for chronic wellness. Thanks so much for joining me. We have just a couple of days left until the new year, until 2020. And so rather than start to make New Year's resolutions, it is my tradition and my desire to think back on the new year on the old year that has passed and think about the things that I have learned. And so I am going to take you on a journey in these next couple of days to talk about a few of the things that I have learned, and some of them are directly related to chronic illness and some of them indirectly, but many of them have implications for all of us. And so today, on this first day of the conversation, the thing that I want to talk about is my business. Now, I'm not talking about my business in terms of transactions, in terms of money that I earn or the hustle. I am talking about my business in terms of what is my business and what is not my business. And this concept was best illustrated for me by the spiritual teacher Byron Katie. And she talks about there being just three kinds of business in the world: yours, mine, and God's. And she defines God very broadly as pretty much anything that's not yours and mine. And I think it is really easy to forget whose business information is. And so, for example, I have mentioned to you just briefly on these conversations that I had a friend very abruptly this year, a very close friend, stop being my friend. And it has been an inordinately confusing, incredibly painful event of this year. And it has added to the burden of loss and grief that has just been swept up in the loss and grief that I've been having in the wake of the deaths in my family this year. And I got little to no information about why that severing happened. And it's really easy to start down mental rabbit holes of, I wonder why this happened. I wonder what I did. I wonder how this, and just to start creating my own stories, to start buying into my own spin, to start putting value and belief into those stories and deciding that that's the reason that such and such happened or how it came to be, when I have no more information than I had when this began. So these are just stories created out of my own imagination, not stories based on any more fact. And the reality is, it's not my business. It's not my business. And I use this story as an illustration because the times that it is the most difficult for me to remember that something is not my business are the times when things run parallel to feeling so intensely personal, right? When it's family, when it's close friends, when it feels like it's about me, right? She left my friendship. That feels like it's about me. That feels personal. But guess what? It isn't. Whatever happened, happened to and for and about her. And until and unless I have other information, that's all it is. Which, guess what? Makes it her business and maybe God's business, but not mine. It's not my business. And the sooner I can get more clear and stay in my lane about the fact that that is not my business, the more peaceful the more clarity, the more integrity, the more joy, the less suffering I can bring to the situation. So, learning again and again about what is and ain't my business. Part of 2019. How about you? Would you agree that that's not my business? Do you feel differently? Have you been in a similar situation and landed somewhere similar or somewhere different? I'd be interested to know. And until we're together again, thank you for being here, and be well.